This is Brother Khalid here. I want to talk about something that's a little close to my heart. Ever since I was became a Muslim, I took my Shahada. One thing that I consistently hear about in the masjid is women in the hijab and why women aren't wearing the hijab. I will tell you something. I will tell you why I think women are not wearing the hijab. Please understand, I'm not a scholar. I'm just a product of Allah. Okay? They are not wearing the hijab because we as men have failed them. Absolutely failed them. Look, we don't follow the sunnah. We go drink grog all night. Some brothers will be talking to girls on Facebook. Some brothers that actually have girlfriends outside of their marriage, astaghfirullah. Young brothers be texting young sisters, asking for pictures, asking for nude photos like all the other non-Muslim women give, and the women feel like they have to compete. Brothers, this is the reality of what is going on around there. But you don't get to do all of these things. You don't get to do this and then come home and say Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that if anybody could make sujood, the wife would make sujood to the husband. Brother, you don't get to say that if you yourself don't follow the sunnah. Now look, nobody's expecting you to be a perfect Muslim, but if your wife sees you striving, she's going to post up right next to you, brother. She's going to post up right next to you. She will wear the hijab. She will start praying 5 times a day. If you pray 5 times a day, a leader leads by example. You cannot take the sunnah and the Quran and bash people over the head with it. Astaghfirullah, if you yourself are not doing it. You have to understand that it is more difficult than holding on to a hot coal. How much more difficult for the sisters. You let your daughters watch movies with all of these women dancing and singing in their mini skirts and all of the zina that's going on, and then you expect them to follow the thing that you did not set an example for. Brother, we have failed. Instead of sitting in there talking about the woman in the hijab, how about we teach our sons how to be better men? How about you learn to lower your gaze? You think our wives don't know every time you looking around like a fiend? Brother, lower your gaze. You don't miss out on anything. The only thing you're going to miss out on if you keep not lowering your gaze, you're going to miss out on Jannah. Inshallah, we all make it there. But if you cannot lower your gaze, your eyes are going to testify. I don't have to tell you brothers this. But, stop talking about women in the hijab. Be the leader that they want to follow. If you set yourself straight, before you look at anybody else, take a look at yourself. What did I do that made this situation happen? Right? Set yourself straight, my brothers. Start coming to the masjid. Encourage your sons to come to the masjid so they're not acting like fiends on Instagram and Facebook all the time. Twitter and all of those other things. Brothers, be the qawam. We are the maintainers. Treat the women well, and the women for the sake of Allah, not even for your sake. For the sake of Allah, will do it. You are their wali. You took that away from their father. What have you done to grow your wife's iman? What have you done to grow your daughter's iman? Brothers, please, let's get this right. Let's get it right, and let's try to come back to the haqq. I pray that Allah Azza wa Jal makes your test easy. I pray that Allah Azza wa Jal reduces the fitna in your life. I pray that Allah Azza wa Jal makes us the leaders that the women will follow. Assalamu alaikum.